Good evening, everybody. It's Charlie, and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone's doing all right today. As always, it's time for your match preview ahead of Southampton versus Leeds United at St Mary's tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock kickoff. I'm absolutely melting in this room. I don't know how I will cope during the watch along tomorrow. If you didn't know, I will be doing a watch along for the Southampton game tomorrow. I'll be going live from about 5 to 3. So if you'd like to come along, please do. Hopefully, we'll have a few people in. If you do, please get involved with the live chat. It'll be good to chat to you guys as the game goes on. But yeah, just before I get into the match preview, smash that like button. Please subscribe. Share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And yeah, let's get right into it then. Southampton away. God, what comes to memory when I think of Southampton away is that awful game there last season under Bielsa. I'd go as far as to say it was not only one of the worst games of last season, it was probably one of the worst games under Bielsa in general in the whole time that he was manager. I just think it was the most awful performance I've seen in a very long time. I don't think it'll be like that tomorrow. Spoiler alert, I am really confident ahead of this one, if I'm being honest. And there's a few reasons why. Firstly, for me, you're as good as your last game. Southampton were absolutely woeful against Tottenham last week. Now, there's a few ways that you could look at that. Were Spurs just too good on the day? Yeah, you could probably argue that, if I'm being honest. A lot of people are tipping Southampton for the drop. They were really poor against Tottenham as they lost out 4-1 down at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Even their key players like James Ward-Prowse, yes, he did score a goal, but other than that, all of the key players didn't really do anything. I thought a big player for them last season was Armando Broja, who was on loan from Chelsea. He's not there now. For me, going forward, they've not got much talent. Obviously, there's Che Adams that's being linked with Leeds, which, if I'm being honest, I do think Adams would be an okay signing for us. I just think for them and how they play, I just think he's useless up front. Obviously, I think they've got Armstrong, maybe Shane Long. They haven't really brought any real talent in. They've brought Aribo in from Rangers. Yeah, he's an all right player. He didn't have the best of games last week. Brought in Romeo Lavia, who was linked with Leeds from Man City. Again, he didn't really do anything. The players that they're signing in are all young players that are very inexperienced at this level, which is why I do tip them to go down as well. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they're not capable of beating us tomorrow. Believe me, they are. They have got some good players who, if on form, could cause us some serious problems. The likes of James Ward-Prowse, Kyle Walker-Peters. I do think Lavia is a decent player on his day, from what I've seen of him. And Aribo, obviously, I think he was the one that scored for Rangers in the Europa League final. So yeah, they have got some good players. I just don't think. I think Hasenhüttl will get sacked at some point this season. Again, I could be saying all this, and they could play really well and beat us tomorrow. I can't see that happening, if I'm being honest with you. I'm not trying to be like overconfident. I'm just based on what I saw from Leeds last week against Wolves, and from what I saw from Southampton last week, I can only see it going one way at this time, and that is with a Leeds United win. I think, as I said last night in my predicted 11, if you haven't watched that already, please go check that out. I think the lineup will be the same from Leeds. I think Aronson will have a really good game in this, hopefully. I think Mark Rocker and Tyler Adams will be able to hopefully win that midfield battle with Southampton. They do play a similar style to Leeds in terms of the Red Bull system, 4-2-2. I do think Leeds will occupy the 4-2-3-1 once again. Rodrigo, Bamford, Harrison, all our forward players need to be bang on it. I do think that we can cause Southampton some serious problems if we're on it tomorrow, which hopefully that we are. It is going to be warm. There's going to be, I think, water breaks regularly. So I hope that doesn't affect our press in a negative way, because I think that's one of the things that actually helped us against Wolves is our press. But I am confident. I think just because it was a bad outing there last season doesn't mean that it'll be the case this season. Don't get me wrong, it isn't must win. I think, there will be Leeds fans that if the result doesn't go our way tomorrow, will overreact, saying that Marsh out, we're in trouble, blah, blah, blah. I think whatever happens tomorrow, I do think we'll still be fine over the course of the season. It's only the second game. But if we can get a win tomorrow, which I do think we will, it just sets us up nicely going into a tough game against Chelsea at home next week, which even worst case scenario, if we lose against Chelsea, we've still picked up 6 points out of a possible 9 in the opening 3, which is an unbelievable start. That would still see us, if other results even went against us, you'd be looking at mid-table or maybe just above mid-table after 3 games, which I know it's only 3, but that's decent. The more points we pick up against these teams that we should be getting points against, the better. Wolves, I think, are a team that going into it, I thought we were capable of at least getting a point. We came out with a win. Southampton is a team that I'm definitely expecting a win. Even if we get a point, unbeaten out the first 2, there are positives to take from every outcome, I suppose, apart from a loss. But I'm sorry, I know I said that I didn't want to be overly confident, but I'm going to be overly confident. I think we win this game, and I think that we win it fairly convincingly. I'm not saying that it'll be the perfect performance. There's probably going to be a few shaky moments at the back like there was last week. I just hope Christensen's maybe learnt from that Pedro Neto situation where he did get bullied by him, let's be honest. I hope he's learnt that maybe don't dive in as much and maybe just try and hold your man up the best you can in those scenarios. I think Mark Rocker, Tyler Adams and Brendan Aronson all had amazing debuts, and I hope that form can continue. One player I'm really interested to see get some minutes in this game is Luis Sinisterra. If the game's maybe tight with half an hour left, I would get Cine on and just see what he can do out on that wing, whether it be the right or the left. But yeah, I'm really excited, if I'm being honest. Obviously, it's my first Premier League watch along on the channel. I mean, I did the Aston Villa game in pre-season, so I thought, for the away games this season, I would start doing watch-alongs. I really want to help build a good community on the channel, guys. So if you watch me a lot, come and join me for the watch-along and get involved with the live chat, as I said earlier. As for a score prediction in this one, guys, I am going to go with... I'm going to go with a 2-0 win. 2-0 to Leeds. I can see us keeping a clean sheet, if I'm honest. I can see us keeping Southampton at bay. As I said, there'll be the odd shaky moment. There always is with Leeds. I'm not expecting perfection at this point or at any point, really. I think last week showed that we are capable of grinding out a result, which is good. As the Wolves game was a very tough test, especially for those opening 15-20 minutes of the second half. I don't think we'll have a period like that in this game, though. I can see us controlling the game, especially in midfield. I think we've got a much better forward line than them. I think our press will be more effective than theirs. And yeah, I can just see us winning this fairly convincingly. And that's why I've gone with a 2-0 win. I'm going to go with Brendan Aronson to score. And I'm going to go with Patrick Bamford to get his first league goal of the season. But that's it from me, guys. Hit me up in the comment section down below with your score predictions and your thoughts on this game tomorrow. As I said, make sure that you join me from 5 to 3 tomorrow afternoon for the live watch along. Smash that like button. Please subscribe. And as I said, share all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. And I'll see you tomorrow at 5 to 3. Cheers.